Hello and welcome to the Tech with Heart show. I am your host, Michelle Calloway. Today's topic is a little different. We're just going to be talking about why supporting student internships is a very important thing to do and why it matters in business. Do you remember when you were a younger version of you and you had somebody maybe somebody who knew more than you did, share insights or breathe life into you around a certain topic or thought that you were struggling with at the time? Or maybe in business, you were pursuing business, but you didn't really know enough about, so you didn't know what you didn't know. And somebody came in and said, hey, you might want to consider looking at it this way or pursuing it that way. And whatever they said really had true impact in a positive way that kind of fast tracked you to the success that you've had, again, whether it be in life or in business. Do you remember a time like that? Maybe it was a teacher or a neighbor or even somebody you knew and met or at the gym. I mean, anytime people can breathe life into others and in a way be a guide, kind of be a mentor. So having somebody that has had more success than you, has more maturity than you, has far more just insights than you, latching onto people like that to help you, guide you, is something that we all need, no matter what age. I know so many successful business owners who have about 5 or 6 different mentors. Still, in their success, they still have mentors. So don't think that for a second that there's ever a time where you get to a place where you're just like, I don't need any more guidance. That's not the case. Now let's go back and remember when you were first pursuing a job in the career field that you chose. Do you remember experiencing frustration and angst because you wanted so badly to work, to just take a take that first step and get that first job in that industry of your choice, but nobody would hire you because you didn't have past experience? And you're like, well, how do I get past experience if nobody will give me a chance? Maybe you've graduated from college with a bachelor's or a master's degree, and you're now ready to go and eagerly apply that education to the field of your choice, and still nobody will let you come in the door because you do not have past experience. Did you know that in this era right now, most companies are actually valuing work experience even more than the actual education that the student may bring to the table or the young person? So there's value in having had real practical application of work, also aligned with the education that you've gotten, of course, but the actual application of work is so much more valuable. It's like you're getting educated in the real world, and it's just like taking your education to a whole nother level. That's what companies are looking for. So because of this limitation that most young people experience with lack of work experience opportunities, that is one of the reasons why the Tech with Heart Foundation is breathing life into young marginalized students through our internship program. Both myself and our co-founder, Jerry Bowden, who is a service disabled veteran and also African American who's experienced a tremendous amount of adversity and racial bias, just a lot of having to overcome and overcome and overcome. He came from a very marginalized community, a very marginalized family life. He overcame poverty. All of these things he overcame. And he latched on to mentors that weren't necessarily even available in his community by just staying open to what is possible. We want to help students that are marginalized or in marginalized people groups. We want them to realize anything is possible and they are valued and they have worth and we want to breathe life into them. So why do we do this? You just heard a little bit about why Tech with Heart is stepping in to provide this student internship program. I want you to learn a little bit more about our co-founder. His name is Jerry Bowden, and he's now a legally blind service disabled veteran, but he wrote this book. It's called Wish Sandwich, A Black Man's Journey from Ghetto to Glory. He understands truly and values the ability for somebody to step in and act as a mentor for a young person, not just even a mentor, but to give them an opportunity to learn a job skill at the same time that they're being mentored. He himself has overcome a lot of obstacles. He experienced physical abuse when he was a child. He's overcome poverty, racial bias, and even addiction. And he's become the first in his family to receive higher education, even to the point of receiving a master's degree. He became an acclaimed blues singer, and that he opened for big names like B.B. King, and even got a chance to sing on the stage with the Temptations. And he's now an international best-selling author and a co-founder of and president of a software development company, Revelio, and the co-founder of the Tech with Heart nonprofit foundation, again, to breathe life into these young students, to give them the mentorship, the guidance that he was able to receive by overcoming all of those adversities and latching onto people who he saw were having success and asking questions, and them taking the time to just share their insights that led him to making big, huge decisions that impacted his life to where he's a success today. So that's why we at the Tech with Heart Foundation offer the student internship program, but the type of internships that we offer are very unique and different compared to many other nonprofit organizations that are also breathing life and empowering minority student groups. Many of those other organizations provide technology, coding, and programming training for students so that they can stay competitive in the technology world. But we take technology on the other side of it, and we teach marketing technology. So we work with students who've graduated high school or are currently in college or have graduated college and are ready now to apply what they've learned in any one of these realms: marketing, digital marketing and advertising, media creation like videos and graphic design and social media management, communications, public relations, publicity, event planning, copywriting, and we really help students learn how to leverage AI in their copywriting and identifying of certain marketing principles and strategies without replacing our need to be involved in our copywriting and the human connection. Hence, Tech with Heart. Human connection is at the core of everything that we teach. We are not here to use technology to replace our need for one another. We use technology to leverage our competitive advantage and to be more targeted in keywords and whatnot that we're using to make sure that the message is relevant and it's hitting and it's relatable, right? And then we also teach web design and development as well. So all of these aspects of technology are involved with the realm of marketing to help businesses to be successful. So Tech with Heart has a nonprofit. We have a small business support pillar as well. And then we also have a student internship program teaching these students these areas in which will help them to learn how to help promote a business.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revelio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revelio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
So the goal for our internship program is to enlighten and empower these students who came from these marginalized communities to push through adversity and elevate them and their skills, elevate their perspective, and of course, their earning potential. We teach them how to be competitive, how to help take the skills that they learned and leverage that to help the business that they're working for to be competitive, but we also teach them how to market themselves competitively for their job entry positions, right? So we want them, if there's a stack of resumes, we want them to make it all the way up to the top because they've learned the strategies and the principles of marketing themselves so that they can be more competitive in their job search. We're looking for students who are hungry to learn. I just love the passion that I've experienced with some of these students, because they know that this opportunity that we're opening for them is a blessing and they just want to learn. They're willing to go above and beyond. They're willing to put in the work. We work with the students virtually, so there's the challenge right there in the sense that they meet with us a few times throughout the week, but a lot of the other part of that they're doing is their own research, their own implementation of what they've learned, and then go and come back, and take critique positively, because critique will help you become a better professional. So the students need to be hungry to learn. They need to be willing to be accountable. They need to step into a leadership role if that is what's a good fit for their personality and their career pursuits. We provide them with many, many opportunities in order to work with teams, to get better with their time management, organizational skills, and we guide them. If they haven't learned any of these practices, we guide them and teach them principles that will help them be a better professional. We also want to make sure that we are supporting students in the United States. And because we are a virtual internship program, we can literally work with students anywhere in the United States. They just need to apply and prove to us that they do come from either a marginalized community economically or a marginalized people group, because these two marginalized groups tend to be the ones that have people fall through cracks because maybe not as many opportunities are afforded to them. So we want to be that entity, knowing that we are a minority-led entity. We want to support other minorities to ensure that they get the same opportunities that those that are financially in a better situation are able to experience. So that is kind of why we do what we do and who we're looking for. We require our students to have access to a laptop computer that has a microphone and a camera so that we can meet with them virtually, and a reliable Wi-Fi signal. So those are the qualifications that we're looking for. And what the students gain out of our internship program is insights, knowledge. They shift the perspective so that they can feel that things are possible that they want in life, not just a pipe dream, it's actually very possible by shifting their perspective on their own beliefs within themselves, their own beliefs with what their skills are. They get to expand on all that and overall just build confidence in themselves, their skills, and their ability to be of value to the industry that they're pursuing. They'll also get obviously work experience that'll elevate their portfolio so they can prove and show their work. They gain time management skills, organizational skills, team skills, leadership skills, and of course, accountability. We need to own our own mistakes. We need to own our own responsibilities. We cannot be pointing fingers throughout life and expecting to get anywhere. You need to be accountable and professional. And we also will help them to be more competitive in their positioning as they pursue that career. We help them in any way, shape, or form, whether it be references or resume building. We'll help them to be competitive in their next pursuit of getting that job. Our vision for our internship program is to not just be internships, but to take it to the next level and offer apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are kind of like, think of a beauty school model. So a student wants to go and pursue some form of cosmetology or nails, but pedicures, manicures, or hair cutting, right? They need to go to school and learn all the different techniques and different tips, tricks, and also why this versus that, what in their industry, whatever they're pursuing. At a beauty school, when a student has reached a certain level and they graduate into kind of like that apprenticeship position, they're able to go out onto the beauty school floor, which is open to the public. The public can come in and know that they're going to pay less for a haircut or less to get their nails done or have their facials done because they know that they're getting worked on by a student who is still supervised, but a student who has achieved a certain level of education and proof to the leaders of the organization that they're ready to take on real clients while being supervised. We at Tech with Heart Foundation want to do that same thing with our interns. We want to give them the opportunity to take things to the next level right within our own organization. After their internship is over, they successfully graduated, they're ready to take that next step. If an apprenticeship is what they're seeking, we want to make that possible for them. However, we are a small, young nonprofit, and we need support in order to make all of this vision happen. We ultimately want to allow our students who advance into becoming apprentices to be able to work to provide services back to our small business Tech with Heart network small business community. That is the goal. That's where we want to go. And so we're hoping that by you tuning in right now, maybe you want to play a role in making that happen. So here's what we've accomplished so far. So my background is in digital media. I also have been trained in marketing. And of course, I own a software development company, so I understand web design and development. So that's why we are able to provide internships over all of these areas, what I mentioned earlier. So we have a need to provide our students with mentors and teachers that are going to guide them to provide them with more practical work experience in any one of those arenas that they want to pursue. So what we've accomplished so far is we launched a pilot program. We took on 13 students over a time of a year and a half. And 9 out of those 13 students graduated the program successfully because I mentioned it is a virtual internship program. So it's not going to be a great fit for every single student. We've learned a lot about how we can properly vet those students to ensure that they are going to see the program through and to success. But for the 9 that did graduate successfully, what we heard from them was how they truly valued the variety of skills that they got a chance to learn because we are a smaller organization. Not all organizations provide internships where they're going to learn so many different facets of any particular industry. Sometimes they come in through an internship through a larger organization and they're going to just really focus on 1 or 2 or possibly 3 skills and get a ton of exposure in just those 3 skills. And the rest of the time they're running errands for their, supervisors. So our nonprofit requires that these students help out in many different arenas so that they're kind of getting a taste of little various aspects of the industry, which they love, because how many of you that are listening right now truly understood where you wanted to just niche down in your industry and become a super expert in just that one area? In order to know what that one area is, don't you kind of need to be exposed and kind of get a taste and dabble in each of the other areas to identify if that's where your strengths are? That's what the Tech with Heart Network offers. I'm sorry, the Tech with Heart Student Internship, that's what we offer, is giving them the wide variety of exposure and skills. And then they can pursue through the apprenticeship if they wanted to. They can really pursue and hone in on just this 1, 2, or 3 areas where they really believe that they've been gifted and their strengths lie. So that is what we're hearing back from students. They love the fact that we've taught them how important the details are. Details matter, and how to create systems for themselves, not just for the business, but how creating systems for them, for their own business, their own life, their own business, if they're pursuing a business, how much that has impacted their thinking, because nobody taught them that in school. How important it is to be organized, how to manage time, how to create a step-by-step system so that not only is it a guide for you, but it is a guide for your team as you bring on more people to help you pursue a thing. Systems are beautiful. I've never really truly loved creating systems, but by teaching systems, I truly am now getting better at realizing the value of a system, a step-by-step guide. You can't scale your business if you do not use systems. So that's what Tech with Heart's all about. We're here to enlighten you and empower you on how to create systems and then how to go program certain systems so that they pretty much run on auto. We use automation, we use AI. We're really here to take things to the next level for our students and for our small business owners. So if you are one of those people, in whether you're a business professional or business owner, or you're retired, or you just have a passion for students and you would love to be a mentor, we really have a need. We have a need for students to be sponsored. So financially, each student needs to be able to receive a minimum wage living stipend for the time that they invest in their training, in the internship program. And so we do we do pay $17 an hour, which is minimum wage, like just a little over minimum wage in California. And we want to make sure that we are giving our students what they need in order to put some food on the table. These students are coming in from marginalized communities. And so we don't want to make their life even harder by saying, well, we'll teach you, but we'll teach you only for free. And somehow you have to figure out how to leverage that time to also be able to go out and work full time so that you can put some food on the table. Now, we're not like that. We know the value of being able to at least provide them with a minimum wage living stipend while they are learning and applying what they've learned through work application programs. So it requires about $9,000 in order to sponsor a student for a 6-month internship program. If you are able to meet that $9,000 for one student, we'd love to have you make that donation, because here's the really, really cool thing. We have a partner that is willing to match your sponsorship. If you can sponsor a student for $9,000, then they'll match another student for $9,000. How cool is that? 2 students can be impacted positively for you investing in just one. So if that's you, please go to techwithheartfoundation.org and make that donation, or reach out to us and let us know you want to do that. Or you can even do a monthly donation of a smaller amount, and we will put that towards supporting a student to be sponsored. So a cumulative sponsorship could also be a possibility. If you are in a position where you want to mentor and you want to train a student in any particular of one of those industries, marketing, copywriting, web development, design, media creation, any one of those, please reach out to us, because we're looking for passionate mentors and teachers who are willing to invest a minimum of 10 hours a week, but really, really invest in these students and making sure that they walk away a much better and more competitive and more professional version of themselves. You can go again to techwithheartfoundation.org, take a look at what we're doing, and reach out to us and let's have a conversation to see if that is a good fit for you. Or if you're an organization that is looking for a nonprofit to fund that will breathe life into young students, we are looking for a funding partner to make it so that that whole apprenticeship, that whole beauty school model, the whole program could grow and evolve and scale so that more students are impacted through internships all the way to apprenticeships to like job placements. We need a staff in order to make all that happen, and we really need your funding to do it. So if this is sounding like it's a really good fit, we would love, love, love to have a conversation with you to help you identify, what the next steps are and how to support that to happen. Because the Tech with Heart Foundation is truly believing that our youth are our future, right? So our young students, if we empower them and reinforce them and strengthen them with skills and strengthen them with positive mindsets and help them to learn how to overcome adversity, then we're building a stronger America. We are 100% believing in that. And if you align with that, please reach out to us at techwithheartfoundation.org, and let's leave a legacy beyond just our own business pursuits, whatever they may be. Let's leave a legacy by empowering and breathing life into these young people who are hungry to learn and hungry for change and hungry to step out of the situations that they've been born into. And let's help them to rise up and be successful and succeed and make America stronger in doing so. Thanks for tuning in today. Here's to your success.
Your story needs to be seen and heard, and your brand needs to be revealed. Revelio elevates purpose-driven businesses into the spotlight through video storytelling, augmented reality video marketing, and professional website design. Get discovered online or in the news. Be featured in national magazines or host your own TV, podcast, or live radio show. Together, we make your brand come alive. All it takes is Revelio. Visit Revelio.com to get started today. Minority and service disabled veteran owned.